Hey guys, it's Destiny back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. And today, as promised, we are going to do the predictions for TNA Wrestling, the rebirth of TNA Wrestling, and their first official event under the TNA rebranding. Name will be Hard to Kill on January 13th, tomorrow. 2024. And I got the card last night. Didn't really know much about the card other than a couple matches, so I went and got the card last night. I watched TNA, Total Nonstop Impact. I watched their predictions. So, if you want to go check them out, go check them out. They're cool. I was in the discussion a lot with them in the chat and stuff. So, this is a big deal. I'm going to watch this pay-per-view tomorrow. And because I want to see what goes down. Not only the matches, but I want to see who shows up. I've heard that AJ Francis is going to be there, the former Top Dollar in Hit Row, or as many of us like to call them, Death Row. So, he's going to be there. I'm hoping another AJ might make an appearance, but we'll get into that later. But let's get into this card. But before we do, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, share the video, comment down below, do what you gotta do. And tell your friends, share this video with your friends who like wrestling, and maybe encourage them to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Like I said yesterday, we're 40 subscribers away, or not 40 subscribers, 6 subscribers away from 40. So let's make that goal happen in the coming weeks. Come on, guys, 6 more. And then we'll shoot for 50. Then we'll shoot for 100 or something. It is Decimania. And this is your TNA Wrestling Hard to Kill predictions. Let's do this. Alright, so this time I am going to predict the pre-show, because it's going to be an hour-long show. I think there's going to be a surprise match on there for the Knockouts tag team titles, because they haven't been revealed yet. I just want to point this out before we get into this. Everybody has been, that I've heard anyway, has said nothing but positive things about the new TNA belts. Apparently, the X Division belt is a modernized version of the old one, but they changed the strap and stuff. I would love to know how they made those, and I would love to see a version of those. Maybe they'll have them on Shop Impact. Not the replicas, but the I think the $25 ones. Or when we get TNA action figures, we'll have all the belts and stuff. I'm excited for those to come back, because there's people also that we didn't get. Not only can you do updated versions of people, you can do new people, you can do people that weren't even done in that era. I mean, I guess, why does a contract why does that determine whether or not you can make an action figure of somebody with their contract thing? Why does that matter? I don't understand. Okay, let's get into this show. So we have 3 matches that we know of so far on the pre-show. And first, it will be Steve Maclin versus Rich Swann. This match, I don't remember ever happening, unless it's happened early on. I didn't start watching TNA full time again until June of last year when Shelly won the title. Like, I purchased that pay-per-view with the full intention of Shelly losing, or with the full, how do you say this? I didn't think Shelly was going to win it. Let's just put it that. And then when he did, I was probably the happiest person watching at home. But Steve Macklin and Rich Swann, that's going to be a good match. I'm going to go with Macklin. Macklin needs some more wins. Macklin needs some wins. I don't like Bully Ray's on the card either. I don't know. Maybe Bully comes out and costs him the match. I don't know. We haven't got a one-on-one match with them. Actually, I don't even know Bully's status with the company. But I'm predicting Macklin to win that. And then we have some TNA originals versus a couple of, a new tag team, kind of. Well, they're in an alliance, but they're teaming up together. It is Frankie Kazarian and Eric Young, TNA originals, versus Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, being accompanied to the ring by Trish. You know what? You don't want to overload your show with surprises. We already saw Tracy Brooks. That would be a good way to bring back ODB. That would be so fun. We'll talk about some surprises in a little bit. Let's get through these predictions first. And then we'll speculate on surprises. But I will go with Young and Frankie for the win in this. I might change that in a little bit. I'm not too sure about that. We'll see. And finally, the final match on the pre-show that we know of will be for the Digital Media Championship. It will be Tommy Dreamer, the defending Digital Media Champion, versus Crazy Steve. Tommy won it last time by DQ. I think, or was it Steve? I don't know what happened, but I do think Steve will win it this time. And I think there could be another match on the show for the Knockouts tag team titles. So, alright, let's predict this main card. This looks like a fun card. There was no build to this card, and this looks fun. I will say that about this. They are taking this seriously. This TNA return, they got new belts, they're getting a new theme, I believe. Not bringing back the six-sided ring. I wish they would have just done that for one night, at least. Just for nostalgia purposes, but we might have some returns on this show. Give us something, James Storm and Eric Young, or not Eric Young, and, I don't know, we'll get into that in a little bit. First matches, we're going to start with the women's matches as usual. And we're going to start with the Knockouts Ultimate X match. This is going to be fun. It is going to be Giselle Shaw, Jody Threat, Zia, whatever her name is, Zaya Brookside, who's debuting, Danny Luna, hang on, Giselle Shaw, Zia Brookside, Jody Threat, Tasha Steelz, Danny Luna, and who was the other one? Cannot think of who else is freaking in this. Hang on. Is it Alicia? I think it is. I believe so. I think it's Alicia. I feel like her name was mentioned. Either way, I'm not picking her. I am picking Jody Threat. I'm going with Jody to win this. Yeah, I believe it is Alicia. So it's Tasha Steelz, Zaya Brookside, Giselle Shaw, Danny Luna, Jody Threat, and Alicia Edwards. I believe it is. Anyway, going with Jody Threat. Moving on. Trinity versus Jordan Grace for the Knockouts Championship. Now, they got on new belts, so this is interesting. You give Trinity the new belt, and then she drops it, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she's going back to WWE or not. I think she should stay in TNA a little longer, but I'm not going to complain if she goes back to WWE. To go either way, I feel like Jordan's gonna win this. I think Jordan wins it and steps up. If Trinity is leaving, I'm going with Jordan. But if not, I'm going with Trinity. But I'm picking Jordan Grace to win. Now on to the men's matches. It will be the Fatal 4-Way for the tag team titles. It will be the defending champions Chris Bay and Ace Austin, the ABC, versus the Rascals, Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel, versus Trent Seven and Speedball Mike Bailey, versus the Grizzled Young Veterans who are coming to TNA. That's Zach Gibson and James Drake, I think is his name. Never seen them. I'm excited to see them. But you know what? I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna go with Trent Seven and Speedball. I'm going with Speedball and Trent Seven to win this. I like ABC, but I think we could see an upset. The Rascals don't need to win them back. Who knows if Grizzled Young Vets have signed with TNA, so I'm going to go with if they retain, it's fine, but I think it's going to be Speedball and Trent winning the tag team titles. Okay. I believe there are 6 matches on this card. Maybe 7? Okay. I believe PCO is taking on Dirty Dango. Also, I'm going with PCO. No doubt about it. Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, versus Alex Hammerstone. Recently a free agent because he was released or his contract expired from MLW. Major League Wrestling. Oh, wow. I think I'm gonna go with Alexander. I've never seen Alex Hammerstone, so this should be a good match. Like the Zack Sabre Jr. thing, I'm excited to see this. Let me tell you something. You want to go back and watch the last match of the Impact era between Zack Sabre Jr., Josh Alexander, and the Motor City Machine Guns? Go freaking check that match out. It's great. It's freaking great. It's incredible. But no, I think Alexander might win this. X Division Championship match time. Chris Sabin will be defending against the recently signed Kushida and El Hijo del Vikingo. Don't really care who wins, but I think Sabin retains. Like, he was just given a new belt. So that makes me think that a lot of these people might either retain or we're going to get new champions in some instances. Like, I think Steve, Trent Seven, and Mike Bailey, Jordan Grace are going to be new champions. But I think Sabin, Shelley, anyone? I can't think. I don't know. But I'm going with Sabin to win. You know what? Actually, no. Here's the thing with Shelley and Moose. I think Moose loses the title here, or wins the title here. I think Shelley had a good run. I hope it continues. But if they're going into this new era, I think maybe Shelley loses the belt. Don't want it to happen, but I think Moose might end up winning this. Now, let's talk about potential surprises. Okay, let's go over predictions first again. Let's do a quick recap, and then we'll get into some speculation on surprises. I have Macklin beating Rich Swann, Eric Young and Frankie defeating Edwards and Myers, Crazy Steve winning the Digital Media Championship on the pre-show. I have Jody Threat winning Ultimate X in the main card. Jordan Grace defeating Trinity. ABC losing to Speedball and Trent. PCO defeating Dirty Dango. Chris Sabin retaining his X Division Championship. And you know what? You know what? Scratch that. We're gonna have some people retaining their titles, not just the Motor City Machine Guns. I think ABC are gonna retain. And I think there's gonna be a potential Knockouts Tag Team Championship match on the main card, or the pre-show. So I have ABC retaining, PCO defeating Dirty Dango, and I have Chris Sabin retaining the X Division Championship and Moose winning the World Championship. And I have Josh Alexander defeating Alex Hammerstone. Now, let's talk about surprises. I don't know. I don't even have an idea of who could show up. Who would be good to put in that role? Shelton Benjamin, maybe? I think Dolph Ziggler, maybe. Maybe. You know what I would like to see? Long shot. This is a stretch, but I'd like to see the Naturals get back together. Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas. Like, they could show up at the end of the tag team match and award the new belts to whoever won. But maybe AJ Styles shows up as a one-night, non-contracted TNA wrestler. Maybe Sting shows up, Kurt Angle, Abyss, possibly. But as far as freak agents, maybe Elias shows up, maybe Mustafa Ali. I don't know, guys. I don't have any speculations. Maybe Mickie James comes back. I don't have any speculations for anybody. They're keeping this under wraps. Let me tell you. Scott D'Amore's taking this seriously. This better not disappoint. This better not be a Tony Khan situation where they hype up this big surprise and it's disappointing. But we'll see. I'm going to be watching the pay-per-view tomorrow night. And then Sunday I'll come up and do a review, like usual. And then Monday we'll get into some Royal Rumble reviews. We'll do our one on Monday, one on Tuesday, Wrestle World Wednesday on... Actually, we'll do one on Monday, one on Tuesday, and then one on Friday of next week, probably. And then as far as anniversaries, I'll talk about Hulk Hogan, I guess, on the 25th. 26th, we'll be up here for Royal Rumble predictions. And on the 27th is the Royal Rumble. So it's going to be a busy week, or a busy month on the channel. So, be prepared. As far as surprises go, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't have any speculation. And like I was saying earlier, yes, we've seen James Storm and, America's Most Wanted a couple times. Bring in Bobby Roode for one night. Bring in, P.D. Williams or, I'm trying to think, The Naturals or AJ Styles or Abyss. So bring in some of those guys that haven't really been there for a couple years. I mean, yeah, it would be cool to see James Storm and Chris Harris again, but maybe a Beer Money reunion, maybe, I don't know, maybe Jeff Jarrett comes in. He ran the company, maybe the Hardys come in, although I think they still have issues with TNA, but maybe that was swept under the rug. I don't know. But we'll see. See what happens this Saturday. I can't wait. We'll be watching the show. Hopefully. I think I already purchased it. So, if I haven't, I'll go on 5 minutes before the pre-show. I'll keep the pre-show going on my other phone, and then I'll buy the pay-per-view. It's really not that much, so I'm going to be watching it. Rather than get the championship ultimate or annual deal, I'm just going to purchase it for one night only and get back to normal the next day. So, that's what I got for Hard to Kill predictions. Cannot wait for this show. And I'll see you all Sunday. Might surprise you with a DVD review or something today. Or tomorrow, but we'll see. See y'all later. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that like button, comment down below. Hit that notification bell. Share the videos and all that fun stuff. Hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Speech on. Take picture. Stop recording video button.